It is a beautiful day today. I mean, it is outstanding. Started off at 45. It's about 54 right now. It's a 14-mile training day. The weather is perfect. And there are so many people at this park this morning. Encouragement. So, I want to tell you, this morning I have been so encouraged this morning in the least expected way. I was in my neighborhood before I came over here, and this gentleman stopped me and asked me, "How's your training going?" And I said, "It's going pretty good." And he said, "Have you seen my wife training?" And I said, "Oh, is that your wife?" "I've seen her." He said, "Yeah, we're training to hike Machu Picchu." Machu Picchu! So we talked a little bit more. They are going to have some trip, boy. And I said, "Do you mind if I ask you a personal question? And I don't mean to offend you, but would you mind telling me how old you are? Because I knew this was an older man." He said, "I'm 67. I went, "You're 67 and you're getting ready to hike Machu Picchu?" He said, "Yep. And my wife is 63. And what you don't know about his wife is that she is a stage 3 breast cancer survivor. She's getting ready to hike Machu Picchu." I just thought that was incredible. And then yesterday when I was training, man, I've had the best couple of days. This gentleman passed me, and he had a prosthetic leg, and he was moving at a pretty good clip. And he said, "What are you doing?" And I told him, and he said, "Are you military?" And I said, "No, I'm not military." And he said, "Well, I'm a Vietnam veteran, and I lost my leg in a war." This guy, he shared some stories with me, and I mean, I'm pretty tender-hearted. I was a blubbering mess when we were finished, but gosh, he inspired me. So I wanted to share this with you. I think about this every single morning before I get out of bed. I think of two things. The one I'm getting ready to share, and then the 3 things I can be grateful for that day. Even when it's raining and gloomy, I don't want to get up and go train. I don't feel good. I've had a bad whatever. It doesn't matter. I think of those 3 things every single day. But I also think of this other thing. When you get ready to speak to somebody, no matter the circumstance or where you are, think about this. Is it true? Is it kind? Is it necessary? Is it helpful? And if it is not one of those things or all of those things, then maybe you need to hit the pause button for a sec and think about whether or not you really need to say it. Think about it. Think about how many things people have said to you that you've gone, "What did he just say?" Or you've been at work and you have a boss or a coworker that's just being a horse's rear end. Have you responded back in like kind? Or have you taken a moment to think? You know, wisdom comes from taking a moment to think about something. I want to encourage you to do that. So I'm going to say it again. If it's not true, if it's not helpful, if it's not kind, and if it's not necessary, maybe hit the pause button. I don't know why I felt like somebody needed to hear that today, but if it's you, then I hope it helps. I can tell you it helps me a lot, because sometimes I can be quick to respond to something without thinking about it first properly. This has been the most interesting training day. So I just had a man stop me, and I turned the camera off. He asked me, "What are you doing?" And he walked with me for over a mile. He asked all kinds of questions. And he said he had just finished hiking Mount Rainier, and the descent had really bothered him, and asked me about my knees. So you people with physical limitations, he wore a knee brace. One of the incredible things I saw today, and I've seen it numerous times, is this little, I don't know, she looks like she's 16 or 17 years old. I haven't asked her. And she has a broken leg, and her cast is straight out. And she has a wheelchair where her leg is straight out, but the other leg is, down. Her dad walks her around this 4-mile park with these hills every single day. But what I saw today took my breath away. He was pushing her, and she went like that. And he kept pushing her, and she said, "Dad!" And she was doing that. And he stopped, and she pushed herself up that hill by herself. She had a broken leg. I just stopped in my tracks and watched it. I couldn't believe what I was saying. That was incredible. Good for her. The point is, come on, come hike with me. Let me hike for you. I'll hike for you. I promised you that in my first and second video. But if you can do something, get up, get your rear off that sofa, and go walk to your mailbox. You know why I always use that analogy? People probably think, walk to the mailbox? What in the world? My dad was a smoker. And as he got older, he paid the ultimate price for that. And he had COPD times 2. Well, let me back up. A lot of people may not know what that means. I'm sorry. It means, I think it means constrictive, obstructive pulmonary disease. And times 2 means in both lungs. I think constrictive is right. Anyway, the mailbox was about 40 feet from their front door. He couldn't walk that far, even with a walker. And it used to upset me a lot. So, I told you all my parents live in South Texas. And when I would go to visit, I'd say, "Come on, Dad, let's go walk to the mailbox." No, sissy. That's what he used to call me. I don't want to do that. And I said, "Well, that's fine. I'm getting the walker ready. I'll be right there." And so he would grumble, but he would go, and he would do just fine. But he did it. And it was important because, all kinds of bad things happen when you don't move the way that you should. Your bowels stop working the way that they should. Your muscles start to atrophy. You lose strength. You have shortness of breath. It's not good for your brain. It's not good for your heart. So come on, get up, walk to the mailbox. Or walk a mile, walk 2 miles, ride a bike. If that's what you like better, ride a bike. Go to the gym. You don't have to be training for the AT. You don't. Don't let your mind overrule your body. If you have physical limitations that truly keep you from doing anything, then I'm very sorry for that. And I want to hike for you and take you on my journey, okay? Come with me. But if you have joints that bother you and you can still do something, and it's your mind that's messing with you, you gotta find your grit and your determination, and you can do it. You can. I've seen it over and over. I saw it with that little girl with the broken leg. I saw it with that Vietnam veteran who was missing a limb and had a prosthetic. The man that I told you hiked with me for a mile had hiked Mount Rainier and Nepal. He had hiked a mountain in Nepal, and he wore a leg brace. And he said the older he gets, the more his, bones ache and his joints. And I'm like, I said, and do you go anyway? He said, sometimes I don't want to, I make myself. I said, well, good for you. So, come on, you can do it. Okay, well, I can hardly speak. I just had a woman stop me. This has just been the strangest day. Her name's Michelle. She's 65, and she does, and her friends do senior games. I've never heard of senior games. It's for people that are 55 and older, and she was telling me about a 90-year-old man that ran a race in khaki pants and a golf shirt. 90 years old. Anyway, this has just been the best day. It's been the best day. Sorry about that. Had a little bit of a tear in my eye. So Michelle said, well, are you going to be posting your videos? And I said, yes, I am posting them. And she said, do you have your own channel? And I said, yes. And I told her, and she pulled out her phone and subscribed right there on the spot and said, let me share this with all my friends. So she stood there and shared it with all of her friends and said, when I get home, I'm going to get on Facebook and share this. Incredible. I'm kind of speechless. This has been a day where I have been truly inspired and encouraged by others. I'm going to close this video for now, but I just want to say thank you so much for joining me. I hope you've been encouraged. Come on, get off the couch. Let's go. Come hike with me. Come train with me. We can do it together. And if you can't do it, I'll do it for you. I'll do it again and again. I'd really appreciate it if you'd consider hitting the like button and subscribing to my channel. And until the next video, you take good care. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye-bye.